Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you what I have been doing for years, and that is fill a joy jar and a thanks jar. I have them on my shelf, on my bookshelf, so I can see them every day when I walk past it. I used to have it in the kitchen windowsill, but anyway, you can pick any spot in your home that you know you're gonna see every day. And what I do here is I collect all my moments of joy, and I write down on little notes what brought me joy that year. I normally empty these jars on the 1st of January, and guess what? Now it's like April 3rd and I still haven't done it. But even better, I can share it with you. So this is the moment I'm going to empty my joy jar. Let's see what we got. Oh, they're all over the place. Oh, this was a fun one. Swimming with my son. We actually went to swim lessons. He's not the youngest anymore, but we did swim lessons anyway because we wanted to have him improve his swimming. So he's now an awesome swimmer. And what I do is I always forward this joyful moment through my chimney in hopes that more joyful moments will appear in the new year. And there it goes. This was a big moment. DR650. So after 20 years of not riding a motorbike, I bought a motorbike. I did my driver's license again because I never maintained an international driver's license. I used to ride a motorbike in Germany, but I stopped riding once I came to Alaska. I think I rented a motorbike once, but that was only for about 10 days. So anyway, I bought a DR650, so more adventures to come with the DR650. Best investment in joy ever for me. Woohoo, more moments with the motorbike. Let's see what else we got. So many joyful moments. What's this one? Oh, that was fun. We had an anniversary party here at our local pizza place, Mountain High Pizza Pie, best pizza in the state of Alaska. Sorry, convince me otherwise, but Denali Cooks, one of my favorite local bands here, played live and helped celebrate Mountain High Pizza Pie. And I went to that and danced. Cannot ever miss a show of Denali Cooks and pizza. Best combo ever. Definitely a joyful moment. Joy, joy, joy. Aw, here. My friend, Holly, she always thinks of other people, and she thinks of me too. Very good friend. She's older than me, but that doesn't matter. We don't have to be same age to be best friends. And I love her very much. Oh, this is another thing actually connected to her. She sent me a letter, and it was addressed to my new last name, Norden. That was cool. That was the first letter I ever received that was addressed with this new name. And that brought me joy. Definitely a joyful moment. Create more of those moments. Let's see what else. So many things. Aw, standing outside with my daughter on an absolutely quiet morning. I remember that. See, and that's the cool thing about these notes. If you write it down, then this moment can be relived right here, right now, and then sent into the universe through my chimney in hopes to recreate those moments again, or similar moments of joy. Let's see what else. Oh, there's a lot of DR650. Riding my DR650 to Broad Pass. That was a cold day. Oh, peaceful home. I created a peaceful home here. That really made me happy. Oh, with Fresh paint on my walls. Definitely good moments. You gotta appreciate those little things because they become the big things. Our lives are full of these little joyful moments, and we often think our lives are mundane, but if you add them all up, these joyful moments, it actually becomes a really big picture. And it's good to remind yourself of that once in a while. Oh, that was fun. Snowshoeing and skiing with my kids. We love doing things together. And this one too, silly dancing in the kitchen. Silly dancing in the kitchen is always a fun one. And we do dance silly. Very cool stuff. Let's see what else. Aw, seeing my Alaska family. It wasn't for a good event because my Alaska mom, Joyce, she passed away. But it was good to see all of her kids and grandkids. So I did put it in the joyful jar, in my joy jar. Another one for my motorcycle journey here, which just started last summer. A big fat grin under my motorcycle helmet. My son's daily jokes. He's very funny. Oh, this was good too. My daughter plays her music at the arts festival. We have a local arts festival every May, and it kind of rings in the summer. And my daughter is a singer-songwriter. She's very young still, and yet her songs are soulful, and I mean, she's really amazing. Talks with my son. See, even little joyful moments like this. Morning coffee with cocoa. My new oven and fridge. I invested in a new oven and a fridge this year because, well, the old ones were so old they didn't really function anymore. So it was a big expense, but even though that hurt financially, it brings me joy because obviously we use those things every day, right? So to me, goes in the joy jar. Painted sheds and the cabin skirts, the skirting. That was a lot of work. So I think in my thankful jar, I have several thankful notes that say, thanks to the World Packers I had this last summer. I had 4 World Packers at my home. World Packers is a website where volunteers can sign up, and they usually are on a small budget, but they want to experience the world. And so the deal is that as the host, that was me, I would offer housing and food and some adventures so they can get to know this area here, experience our way of life. And in exchange, they volunteer and help with projects. So in my case, I had to renovate this home. This was the home my parents lived in, and obviously after 20, 25 years of living here, it showed. That's how it goes with any home. After about 20 years, you kind of have to do some renovations. So I had 4 helpers, not all at the same time, but between May and August. And I made friends with all of them, and I'm so thankful that they helped, because honestly, without their help, I don't think I could have managed. So yeah, painted the sheds, and we did so much. We stained the cabin, we built tables, garden work, rolling boulders, creating a garden, because after my new septic system had to be installed, my old garden was pretty much destroyed. So with 4 World Packer helpers, I was able to manage all of this in one summer. Big help, huge. And new friends. I hope they come back, because it always feels like did I offer enough? I mean, we went on excursions, kayaking and hiking and trips to Denali and Hatcher Pass. But I have the feeling I want to take them on more adventures. So hopefully they'll come back and I can do that and they don't have to volunteer again. I just want them here as friends. That would be fun. Another one about the motorbike. Denali Highway, camping with my motorbike. Joyful moments. Definitely lots of joyful moments. Lunch with a friend. A visit with my artist friend in Fairbanks. FaceTime with my German friend. My German friend and I, we FaceTime, you know, like every 2 months or so. Because then there's a lot to catch up on. And I really enjoy that. And as I'm going through some difficult times, I have been going through some difficult times, still am, but it's better now. The last 2 years have been a struggle. And so it's so good to have friends who care and who ask, how are you? And who listen, even though you're telling the story for the 200th time, and yet they're still listening to you. Those are the real friends. And I hope I do the same. I hope I listen the same way. I cut a Christmas tree here on my property. Normally I buy a Christmas tree because they're nice and full, and Alaska trees, well, they're skinny. They're very skinny trees. But it wasn't really in the budget to buy a Christmas tree because all of the summer I had to spend so much on the house to renovate it. So this year, for the very first time in all the years, I cut down a Christmas tree. I'm normally trying to save all the trees that are here, but I don't know. It was one tree, so forgive me, nature. One Christmas tree down, but still a joyful moment. Going out there with my snowshoes, and yeah, it was a rainy day actually, I remember that. It was such a warm winter. This winter was weird. Let's see what else. Connecting with a new friend. This was a good one. Free Benka Lake, a nonprofit that I was part of. I created a little logo for this cause. Benka Lake was not accessible to the public suddenly because one of the property owners decided it's mine. Anyway, we won. Free Benka Lake. There are rules in Alaska about access to waters. You can't just declare it's yours. This says my daughter's new songs. Wow. Let's see what else. Oh, this is a good one. This could have gone in the thankful jar, I guess, but it says, finally letting go. This took me a while. Like I said, I went through some tough times these last 2 years, and I'm still struggling with divorce, right in the middle of it all. But letting go is such a huge part of coping. Because, well, the outcome is unpredictable. And obviously, we all want security and safety. We want to feel safe. But part of it is just letting go. You know, you can't win it all. Nobody wins in a divorce anyway. So, finally letting go. Let's see what else. Aw, the new plants in the garden. The big rocks in place. I mean, that sounds like nothing, right? But planting a new garden, that is a lot of work. And I have to make things look good because I have an Airbnb. And obviously I want people to come in and see that the garden is well taken care of. And so I bought new plants. These are all easy to take care of plants. Those are the best kinds. And the big rocks in place, boy, I mean, that took some work. I had some help there again. And those huge rocks were pulled into place with a huge towing strap and the truck. And I made a garden bed. And now it looks good. Lots of friends here, joyful moments with friends. I think there's a pattern here. Oh, this was fun. A boreal chickadee. See, normally we just have the regular chickadees, but this was a boreal chickadee. They're brown. Those are fun. You don't see them very often here at our bird feeder, but I remember that moment. And at first I thought, whoa, what's wrong with this chickadee? But yeah, a boreal chickadee. That's what it is. Here's another one, live music and pizza. Always good. A walk with my son on a very cold day. Oh, my son shares his thoughts. I love that when my kids share their thoughts. We have a good relationship. This one just says sunshine. See? The simple moments. Connecting with a friend. A gift from an old friend. Only 10 gifted. Oh, I know what that was. Yes. This is my friend who moved away. And she, out of the blue, sent me a gift. And it's kind of she calls it a spirit doll. Her mother makes them. And apparently I was one of only 10 women that she commissioned these spirit dolls to be made and sent to. So I felt quite honored to be included in that. That brought me joy. It's still on my Windows seat there, and I walk past it every day. Yeah, that was definitely joyful. Joyful moments. And then these here, I keep these in here. You know origami, right? Well, my daughter makes the tiniest origami. I wonder if this is a record. She does these with without tools. Tiny, tiny ones. We don't want to lose those. I always keep them in my joy jar. There's several more. So many about my kids. Aw, brunch with my neighbors. That was a good one too. We were invited to come over. Learning from my daughter. She has learned a lot during our tough times with the help of a counselor. Sometimes you need to ask for professional help. Clearly, we all have to. I had counseling over the years too, and there's no shame in that. I think everybody should have counseling once in a while. I've learned a lot, but the cool part is when someone else has counseling and they share their wisdoms with you, like my daughter does, then I profit from that too. Definitely brings me joy when I can learn from my kids. A calm home, a simplified home. I have a very simplified home now, and I love that. No clutter. Well, trying to not have clutter. Kayaking Benka Lake, kayaking Byers Lake. I love kayaking, so I can't wait to take you guys out on kayaking trips. Especially on free Benka Lake. Listening to the music in the truck with my son. That's a ritual we have. Both my kids are homeschooled, but my son goes to one class at the local high school, so I have to drive him there 4 times a week. It's a little bit stressful because it rips my day apart, but you know, what do we do for our kids? Everything. So anyway, he likes heavy metal and thrash metal, and so he will always find some tune on YouTube, and we connect it to the stereo on the truck, and then we listen and rock out. So loads of fun. He always finds new songs, and then he also practices those on his electric guitar. Well, I think it's time to maybe open the thankful jar. All right, here's my thanks jar. Some years there are a lot of notes, and some other years just a few. And in the past, I normally take a photo of it. I don't know, this year I didn't. But I usually take a photo of it and then I include it in my family photo albums, the pictures. And that way I have a memory of all the joyful moments. Again, I can relive it, read the notes and relive the moments. And yeah, it's a ritual. I've been doing it for, I want to say, close to 10 years now. I've been doing it. I think I will continue doing it. Oh, this one here. Thanks. These are the thanks notes. Finally, a septic system. All of summer 2023. I have to think about it. Yes, 2023. We had no working leach field. So we showered outside. It was a camping shower. And we used the outhouse. So no toilet, no flushing toilet. And I still had to pump several times because I let my Airbnb use the system. My Airbnb guests. And my father, who was still with us that year until August. And yeah, it was a tough year, 2023. There's a video about that too. I think it's something with hardships in the title. 2023 was really hard, and we're still kind of coming out of that, I would say. But that's, again, if you collect notes and put them in a little jar and then relive these moments of thanks and joy, then it just goes to show that even though 2023 was such a tough year, you are reminded that even in the toughest of years, there's always something to be thankful for, or something that brought you joy. And maybe those joyful moments, those few joyful moments that we had in 2023, they become even bigger then. So small moments can become really big. Anyway, finally, a new septic system. Boy, was that expensive. Moving on. Money always comes back, doesn't it? My world packers, Karina, Faith, Laura, and Sylvie. Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best. Oh, this just says Stephanie. My best friend. Can't write big enough of a thank you note for my best friend Stephanie. What else do we have? My kids help. My friends comment 5 minutes more. That was a good comment she made. When she heard that I'm getting a divorce and I shared with her that I'm struggling, she said, always think of this. If you can make it through the next 5 minutes, and normally the answer is, sure, I can make it through 5 minutes. Well, if you can make it through 5 minutes, you can probably make it through the next 5 minutes too. And then the next, and the next, and the next. And this comment really has made such a change for me that every time I get anxious or worry too much, I'm in my head too much, or my heart is hurting, then I think of her comment. Can I make it through the next 5 minutes? Yes, 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 I can make it through the next 5 minutes. And then I'll tell myself again after 5 minutes, yes, I can make it through the next 5 minutes. And then usually you calm your brain and you calm your heart and things, you know, you can continue living. So yeah, that was a great comment. Very useful. Thank you for that. Oh, this is funny. I survived the man basket, the lift. I hired a man basket. I think that's how it's called. It's kind of like a crane, like a lift thing where you're in a man basket, in a basket, and then you navigate yourself up to the top so that I could stain the highest parts of this house. The logs needed to work. And boy, I'm afraid of heights, so this wasn't fun, but I survived it, so good. That was tricky. Let's see what other things I was thankful for last year. Oh, here I wrote letting go. Letting go of control and outcomes. And also thanks to the raspberry bushes that survived relocation because I dug them all up before this new septic system came. And then they were in buckets for quite a while because it wasn't quite clear when the septic system would be installed. But they survived. I mean, raspberries, boy, they're hardy. This one simply says, feeling better again. Oh, no cancer. No cancer. Every 3 months, my son has an MRI and a CT scan because after his cancer diagnosis in 2023, he now has to be monitored. Every 3 months, he gets these tests, and this one simply says no cancer. And it's something to be thankful for. Yeah. Let's send that off in the universe. Oh. Good wishes. Oh, this is a thanks to myself. Wow. It says, thanks to myself for doing it all. I am capable. Damn right I am. Not that I want to do it all by myself, but my neighbor helps. I write with a smiley face. I have the best neighbor ever, honestly. So thankful. My son helps whenever I ask him to. This one's fun too. New design projects. I work for this cool company, My Travel Stickers, and I was just in Las Vegas for them. The very first time I was sent to the PLA show, Public Lands Alliance show, and to present my travel stickers. That was fun. And my new designs were liked. So that's cool. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one too. Boundaries. Boundaries. I'm thankful for boundaries. It took me a long time to learn about boundaries and what that means. Boundaries are not tough fences that nobody can break through. Their boundaries are soft. Well, it can be tough too, but my boundaries are usually pretty soft. But to stand up for what is important to you, or standing up for the things that you know they're hurting you. Boundaries, we need to have them in order to be happy and healthy. And so I learned that quite late in life, that boundaries are not meant to be mean. Boundaries are there to protect yourself and surround yourself with the people who fit within the boundaries, that fit with your views on life. So yeah, boundaries. Thank you for boundaries. They have kept me sane. This one just says breakthrough. I don't remember why I wrote that, but there must have been some kind of a breakthrough. Those are important. Life lessons. Oh. Oh, I don't know why I wrote oh, but there had to be something big. I'm not remembering what that exactly was, but boy, thanks for life lessons. Aw. Aunts and uncles in Germany. They take care of me too by listening. Oh, better internet installed. Thank you for that. Because without internet, I can't work. This one says, I cut down trees and I did not get hurt. Thank you. I'm often also very thankful to just simply come home from a trip in the city, you know, shopping or whatever, and not having hit a moose. Oh, I'm thankful of this too here, the let them philosophy. Have you read the book? Have you listened to that? Let them. Look it up. Very good. Let them. Just let them. Like this is similar. Letting go of outcomes. That's a tough one for me. My cousin in Germany always listens. And then this one says, the breakthrough, finally. I know what that relates to. Thank you for the breakthroughs. Sometimes it takes years to get to those, doesn't it? Let's see what else we have. Aw, sometimes I just write down the names of my kids. Her wisdoms, and he listens well to show love. Thank you. My son brings water for me while I was working outside. Thank you. Sometimes it's those little things that become the big things. And here, maybe we'll end on this one here, because this will be the future of this channel. Gosh, I hope you tune in for this, because this is actually where I want to take this channel, and that is this. This is the name of my DR650, Ollie. It's actually named after two people, after the wife of Charlie Borman. Why the wife? Because I think she's the coolest person ever. I mean, honestly, I've only seen these shows about 15 times, The Long Way Round, The Long Way Down, and The Long Way Up. And on Apple TV, super fun show. And that is one of the big reasons why I wanted to get back into riding a motorbike. It just, something hit me while I was watching these shows. And anyway, I kind of loved how Ollie, Charlie Borman's wife, is reacting to his adventures. I don't know, don't need to get into detail. The second person I named this for is my childhood friend, Oliver. We were best friends. It was definitely a love. It was a childhood love. Anyway, Ollie is the name of my motorbike, and I hope to take you on adventures with Ollie, and hopefully beyond Alaska. I have big plans. We'll see how it turns out, and I hope that a lot of Ollie notes will land in these jars. Probably gonna have to make something digital while I'm riding a motorbike. It's probably not gonna be like this, but maybe I'll write something in the sand or so while I'm on the road. But boy, Ollie has brought me joy last year, and I can't wait to take you on motorbike rides. Let's gather the rest of these and send them out into the universe and say thanks. Thanks for the joy. And that was it for today. I hope you join me again next Sunday with a new video.